Well, hi there. It's 12 o'clock and here we are again. I'm actually speaking from my home, Tiburon, California, sitting in my office. And since we last spoke and met online, I believe it was March 25th, and I can honestly say that this social isolation is getting the best of me. But at the same time, I'm able to take away so many lessons from what I'm learning day by day, and COVID is actually helping me grow and learn. So it's definitely been a number of challenging weeks, as I'm sure it has been for you. And I think what still really breaks my heart is about how many people are suffering around the world and how little control we have over this virus. And that in particular makes me feel so ill at ease with not being able to do the things that I would like to do to relieve suffering from my friends and family, especially since I can't be with them. So before we do anything more, we should probably sit together. Take 5, and Take 5 is a breathing practice that we use to anchor ourselves into the present moment. And at Mindfulness Without Borders, we facilitate programs on meditation and mindfulness and social emotional intelligence, and we always start with Take 5. So let's do that together. Let's just feel yourself in your seats, sitting comfortably, and let your spine grow tall. Feel a sense of nobility, perhaps. Feel your feet on the floor. And before we do anything more, just sort of bring your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them. And wiggle your body and shake all that tension and energy loose. And again, try raising your shoulders to your ears and dropping your shoulders. Again, wiggling your body and feeling a sense of looseness and flexibility. So Take 5 is a breathing practice, and it's simply following 5 in and out breaths and using the breath to bring yourself back to the moment. So there's a couple of ways to do it, but I think the best way is to start by using your palm and your fingers as your counting hand. So perhaps place your right hand, palm facing up on your lap, and I'll lead with some instructions, and after each breath you'll fold in a finger. Okay, so let's take 5 just to settle us into the moment, to let go of any narratives and old stories or whatever brought you to this place here, live event on Facebook, and just settle into our bodies. So let's breathe in together once, and as you finish breathing out, fold your thumb in. Breathe in again, and breathing out, and fold in your second finger. Breathing in again, breathing out, fold in your third finger. Take another sip of breath for your fourth breath, fold in your fourth finger. And now for your fifth breath, breathing in and out, and fold in your fifth finger. And now you can just place your palm of your hand on your thigh and just settle into your body and just notice, what are you feeling right now? What thoughts are in your mind? What bodily sensations are you experiencing? And just noticing that. And the whole idea with the mindfulness practice is just all about awareness, and more specifically, awareness in the moment. So mindfulness is about paying attention in the moment. And the best way to access your awareness and how you're feeling in the moment is by simply using your breath. And that's what Take 5 is all about. So let's move from Take 5 to Take 10. And I'll let you do that all on your own. I'll start you off by saying, bring your other palm facing up and take 5 in and out breaths on your own. And when you're finished, just put your palm back onto your thigh and again, feel into your body. Tune into your body. What are you feeling? What are your body sensations? Okay. Breathing in for one breath and breathing out and folding one finger in. And you take it away from here. And when you're finished, take 5. And if you feel like it, share one word in the chat box that describes how you feel right now. Remembering that there's no right or wrong answers. The idea is to be honest with yourself, notice what you were aware of, and share it with others. What are you feeling right now? So for example, I'm feeling tension in my body. And mindfulness is really about a radical act of kindness and a radical act of love, because the whole point about a mindfulness practice is that we're accepting what's happening in the moment with our thoughts, our emotions, and our mind and our body, and just accepting it just as it is. Not wanting things to be different, not hoping for something different, but really just being in the moment and saying, this is it. And again, using the breath over and over and over again to anchor our awareness in the moment. So, again, I think that if you're, no matter whether you are a seasoned practitioner or a beginner, the heart of mindfulness is really the acceptance that change is everything. It's part of everything. Nothing stays the same. Nothing is permanent. And that part of mindfulness requires or invites you to be, accepting of that. And I guess now I would say it's both radical acceptance and radical love for yourself to be okay with it all, to be able to ride the waves of emotions, anxieties, tension, and especially the stress that comes along with the COVID virus. In fact, I really believe that COVID has forced us to wake up to our humanity. Which leads me to my insight that is that basically I need to figure out what way am I going to take on the world that is different from yesterday and is equally important for today and moving forward, but it's a relationship in which I turn towards helping others, being available to others, as well as, of course, to myself and to my family and friends. I remember that years and years and years ago, there was this author by the name of Christine Fry, and she wrote a poem called The Great Turning. And I copied it, I took excerpts of it, and I'm just going to take a moment to read it to you. And this is going to be our second mindfulness practice. It's called mindful listening. The idea is to just sit in your chair, to feel calm and relaxed, and just to listen to the words and to take in what resonates and just be still and know that this poem addresses something that is really important and part of our reality today. It's called The Great Turning. I'm going to only take excerpts. The beginning starts with, "You've asked me to tell you of the great turning, of how we save the world from disaster. The answer is both simple and complex. We turned. For hundreds of years, we had turned away as life on earth grew more precarious. We turned away from the homeless men on the streets, the stench from the river, the children orphaned from war, the mothers dying of AIDS. We turned away because that is what we had been taught. Always we were told, in actions louder than words, to turn away, turn away. And so we became a lonely people caught up in a world moving too quickly, too mindlessly, towards its own demise." And she goes on to say, "Until it seemed as if there was no safe place to turn, no place inside or out that did not remind us of fear or terror, despair and loss, anger and grief. Yet on one of those days, someone did turn to face the pain, turn to face the stranger, and turn to look at the smoldering world and the hatred seething in so many eyes, turned to face himself and herself, and then another turned and another turned. So this poem to me seems so relevant because, again, I think we are being asked in all of our humanity to turn towards one another and be present with one another, and with love and acceptance, and with the art and practice of listening and valuing other people rather than turning away from them. So I ask you, how would you turn at this time of COVID? What's your great turning? And I guess on that note, the mindfulness practice that I thought would be pretty on point to that message is one called Lovingkindness. And it's a practice that I really, really enjoy, especially on times like this, which is about cultivating a sense of compassion for others. And it begins with both experiencing gratitude and compassion for yourself, and then taking that and directing it to other people in your lives. Clearly, we need to do both. We need to develop and cultivate a genuine sense of love and acceptance for ourselves, and at the same time, turning towards others and sending those loving wishes out into the world. And I guess the intent of this mindfulness practice is to shine a light on both your qualities and gifts, and to nurture that inherent goodness in yourself as a way or a conduit to bring out the best in others. We place our attention on our unique human qualities and release our automatic tendency to judge those particular gifts and qualities that we might want differently, but to look at them as a way, as a practice in which, in time and with practice, we can pivot and change, and we can practice more kindness and love for ourselves, as well as send kindness and love out into the world. The idea, of course, is to be of resolve that being in service to others and the world that surrounds us is what will also reinforce and strengthen that great turning that Christine Fry so eloquently discusses. I believe that poem actually was written in about 2004. So here we are in 2020, and that particular poem is just so relevant. The other person that really speaks to that is a wonderful woman by the name of Joanna Macy. She is someone, if you don't know about her, I would look her up because she talks about the great turning as well. So let's practice loving kindness. Let's say it's a 5-minute or 4-minute practice, and it'll take us to the end of our time together today. Let's see how that goes with you. So again, sit in a comfortable position. Allow both soles of your feet to rest comfortably on the floor. And feel a sense of connection on your seat, the chair in which you're sitting. Feel a sense of connection of your feet on the floor. Rest your hands on your thighs. And allow your shoulders to drop. And if you'd like, gently close your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, which is just fine, look for a reference point just beyond your knees or somewhere on the floor, which you can return to should you feel distracted. And again, let your spine grow tall and noble, almost like the trunk of a great big tree. I like to say a strong back and a soft front. And now take a moment to notice how your body feels. And then, as you reflect and notice that, begin to follow the natural flow of your breath. Bring your attention to the breath as in a way that you don't need to do anything. You know how to breathe. You don't need to breathe in any special way. Your body knows how to breathe. It will take you there and bring you back from one breath, in-breath, to the next. I like to say to notice each breath coming into the body as a fresh new beginning, and each out-breath a letting go. And now bring your attention to something that you might have done well this week. And if no particular action comes to mind, just think of a good quality that is alive within you. And notice how it feels. And with this loving kindness practice, the idea is to begin to send yourself wishes for happiness, good health, and peace. So you may want to silently repeat that to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Now bring to mind someone dear to you. Someone towards whom you feel a deep sense of gratitude, love, friendship. Could be a person, it could be a pet. And as you hold this person or pet in your thoughts, begin to send them your wishes for happiness, good health, and peace. You may want to say silently, may you, good friend, family member, or pet, be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Now, extend your wishes to everyone in your community, knowing that just as you wish to be cared for, happy, healthy, and peaceful, so do they. And send them your loving kindness wishes. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. And now expand your wishes to everyone that's been touched by this virus. Those sitting in the hospitals, the first responders, the doctors, the nurses, the health administrators, absolutely everybody who's front and center in our hospitals or wherever they are that are taking care of people that have been affected by the virus. And let's expand our wishes to them so that they too, just as we want to be cared for and happy and peaceful, can be happy and healthy and at peace. And let's go one step further and expand our wishes to include everyone in the whole wide world. Absolutely everyone. Knowing that as you wish to be loved and cared for, and happy, so do they. Now bring your attention back to the flow of your breath. And just sit for a moment and feel your body, your heart, your breath. And be aware of how you feel. And allow each in-breath to be a new beginning, and each out-breath a letting go. And when you're ready, slowly bring your attention back to your surroundings and sit still and reflect. How do you feel right now? So if the heart of mindfulness is the acceptance that change is part of everything and that nothing stays the same, I'd like to invite you all to consider what it is that you could do to practice radical acceptance, to practice loving kindness, to share your love out into the world, and to identify for yourself, what way can you be in relationship to this world and be part of a turning point where we are turning towards one another with love and kindness. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.